So the options you can get data here also, from file also. Okay, so the first moment we're going to start is we have to get the data, or we have to extract the data. So there is a options in Power BI, types of loads. Okay, types of load in the sense how you get the data into Power BI. So one option is a get data, one is import. Okay, so the every option it has its own functionality. Okay, so get data also same, import data also same, but as per the data type we go with the options. Okay, get data in the sense you just click on get data. So this data here, workbook, Power BI dataset, Power BI data flow, SQL server, such databases this. Okay, if you click on import data, you can see here import in the sense the visual, the data type, like data set can be in a different format, like it can be in a PDF, it can be in Power BI format, it can be from Azure, it can be from the SQL data sources, like that. Okay, so once if you move in a real time scenarios you will understand. Okay, that one. Okay, export. So the report which we developed in Power BI, you can export in a different format. Export in the sense we are exporting an Excel or PDF or Power BI or template or any other format, ODF format. So many formats it will support. Okay, publish. So I developed the report. I want to publish to my customer. Okay, he is the customer who going to use that report. So I can publish the report. You just click here. So it will ask you the report name. Once if you give the report name, like a email ID to whom you want to send. So your customer is like a ICICI bank. Will give you will give like Kaushik at the rate of ICICI.com. So continue. So it will move to the that customer. Okay, next, option settings. Okay, just click on option setting, data source setting, options. Okay, so by default what option selected by Power BI, that options only will use. Okay, if you want any additional options, that you can make it here, like data load. So here one by one is there. See, this data load belongs to this content. Okay, so how you want to look it. So data load, always detect column type and headers for unstructured sources. The default whatever selected, right, that is the best options, guys. Okay, don't try to change this, don't try to override these options. Okay, Power Query Editor. Okay, so here the options which selected here, you can see here, display the formula bar, enable web table interface, show white space and new lines characters. So like this, the option which is by default selected, right, that options only most cases we used. Okay, so no need to override these options. Okay, direct query. So treat SAP HANA as a relational resources, R scripting, Python scripting, security, privacy, regional setting, like what country it is, like that. Okay, the if you want to change any language. Okay, so that are all about here. The options, cancel, get started. It's a normal. Okay, the new one. Okay, about. So you can see here is it will give the information what is the product version. Okay, you can see here Power BI desktop is a product version. This is a version December 2021 is the latest version, guys. Okay, and user ID, session, copy session, privacy statement. Okay, this all about Power BI desktop. Okay. Next, file, sign in. If click on sign in means in the real time, like if and companies they will give you license. Okay, so the license can be attached to your email ID. For example, I'm working in TCS, they'll give me, like I have a mail ID. So that mail ID I will provide here, the official mail ID, so that I can log in the Power BI officially in the sense licensed one. Okay, the licensed can be pro license or premium license or enterprise license. Okay, so based on requirement they will give you the license. Okay, is it clear guys? Any doubts till now?
No, Imran.
All of you?
Yes, Imran.
No, Imran.
Clear,
Yeah.
clear, Iman.
Okay, fine. So now I'm going to home button. Okay, now already we are in home. You can see here, if you select file, okay, these options will display. Okay, if you click on home, the one it's highlighting, right, the indicate the underline. If you click on insert, you can see. So guys, actually any tool, any technology, 99% it will give you information. It will be very clear picture. Okay, but uh, actually due to our delay things like what's called uh, laziness. Okay, we won't observe the things, but 99% technologies it will give clear picture to us what we supposed to do by using that technology. Okay, so you can see here home, I'm selecting home. In home button, 90% these things only we do the development activities. Okay, in Power BI. So main content it will be provided in a home. Okay, so if you want to go in deep, you can go to the insert button. Like this all some visualization parts content. Okay, this are all visualization part. Modeling, view, help. Okay, so we go one by one. Now I am going to use home button. In home button you can see, but in insert also you can see default these three. You can observe here. In home also you can see visualization, nothing but a report, data view, model view. Okay, if you go to insert also you can see these three options. If you go modeling also you can see these three. If you go also view, you can see these three. If you go help also you can see these three. Okay, so the Power BI product is made easy for the developers to not get confused where it's gone. Okay, so it's clear. Now I'm in home. So the first option, I'm going to get select the data here. Okay, so this option can use to pull the data in Power BI. Guys, here the terminal which I am using, pull, extract, okay, load, this and all same. Okay, don't confuse. Get data also same, pull data also same, extract data also same, pulling also same. Okay, so it's all about taking the data into Power BI. Okay, and the Power BI is a in-memory tool. Remember, this is very important. Power BI is a in-memory tool. So why I'm calling it a in-memory tool, in the sense I'm pulling the data into Power BI from Excel or SQL server or any other data sources. Okay, so once the data loaded into Power BI, the complete data work in within the Power BI. Okay, for example, your Excel sheet contains the 1000 records. That Excel sheet you loaded into Power BI. Okay, that complete Power BI Excel data stored in a Power BI desktop only. Okay, so it's called in-memory tool. It will store within the Power BI desktop. It's called in-memory tool. Means it will handle its own. The Power BI handle its own once if it is take the data into Power BI. Okay. Now, so here get data I'm selecting. So Excel data. So I'm selecting Excel data. So I'm going to desktop. So here I can see data set. Okay, just open. So the data is loading. Okay, now I have this many sheets and tables here. Okay, I'm selecting category table. Okay, guys, and don't confuse when the data loads like this. Okay, because the Power BI takes sometimes 2 files at a time. Okay, you can see here suggested table. So if you click on this table, so it's showing this. If you click on this, it's showing this. So I'm selecting which table I want. Okay, the specific table only I'll select here. Okay, you can see this one, order ID. You can see table for orders. Okay, so actually these are same tables. Okay, the tables which is available here, the same tables this also, but here is showing presenting like table 1 sheet 1, table 2 order details, table 3, it's the same. Okay, but here it's a showing table 1, but it's showing here customer ID. Okay, categories, you can see customer, you can see order detail, like this. Okay, it's the same table, it is no need to be confused here. Okay, but it's taking extra like a table 1, that is the actually this Power BI is bit confused here while loading the data. Sometimes it will show 2 files. Okay, so if I close here, I'll take any simple data set again. You can see the difference. Okay, Excel workbook, I'm taking just employee data. I'm just loading the data. See here, admin, employee, financial team, HR team, transport. Okay, fine, I'm going to use this now. Okay, just for the visualization, I'll select all the, you can see here employee ID, laptop tag, tag details, employee details. So while taking this data into Power BI, it will show the data also here, this what this table contains this data. Okay, so finance team, HR department, transport. Okay, load. Okay, I loaded the data. Fine. Now once I load the data, you can see here the fields. Okay, admin table, employee table, employees, financial team, HR department, transport. Okay, so these are the tables we loaded. You can see individually. So this option, guys. Okay, just click on this arrow mark, drop down arrow mark. You can see employee ID, laptop tag, tag details. Okay, same way you can see here employee details. Okay, and guys, I already told you the table contains numerical values and string or text values. Okay, so Power BI by default automatically the Power BI intelligence, what it does, so once you load the data into Power BI, automatically it will try to find out what is the numeric values, what is the text values. Okay, so this and if you have like a date format also, by default it will try to showcase you which format it is in. So this is in a date format, so it's showing in a calendar number. Okay, this is employee ID, this is name, this is a section number. So the sigma symbol you can see here, it means it's a number. Okay, and you go to employees table, so you can see here birth, birth date, date of birth, sigma. Okay, so finance team, so if you go here, see here PF details, so is the number. HR table, you can see in the number. Transport table, so employee ID, click location. Okay, So I try to find out, like it will give you make us to understand easily what is the number, what is the text values available in the table. Okay, is it clear guys? Any doubt? All of you?
No, Imran.
Fine, good. So this is the recent loaded data. So it's giving a clear picture what columns available in each table. Okay, so after loading this data in the field pane, the all column, the tables available in the right side. Okay, next, so you loaded the data. My actually in real time the data sources can be Excel, SQL Server, web. Okay, now I loaded few data. I discussed you. So my data source SQL Server also. So you can see here SQL Server. Okay, import data from SQL Server. You can see here guys. So from get data also, you can connect to the SQL Server. Here also you can get the Excel workbook data. Here also you can get the data source. Here also you can connect to the SQL Server. Okay, I just click on SQL Server. You have to provide server name and the database credentials guys. Okay, in real time, like once if you join in the company, they will provide you what is the server name. So I'll give a, I'm just example I'm giving guys. So my database is a MongoDB. Okay, database optional. So import or directory. So import directory I'll discuss later, because this is a one day topic it is. Okay, so here Windows MongoDB I'm giving. So it will ask some credentials guys. I just click on see username, password. So every data server, it has username and password, because the data is a security. Okay, the data is very sensitive, so security. And you don't need to think about this username, password, server name, this and all provided by company. Okay, you don't worry. But why I'm saying this, how you are extracting data from Excel, right? The same way SQL data also store in Power BI. Okay, so that I'm explaining you this. Okay, the Excel data how we are loading, the same way you load the SQL data, but for Excel data it won't ask you any username or password. Okay, for Excel, because the data can be simple in Excel format, but the data which is coming from SQL, okay, that can be a very huge amount of data, and it contains the credentials also to secure the database. Okay, that is a different, but while loading the data also looks like same only. Okay, so that I'm my intention to explain how the data comes in picture while storing from the Excel or while storing from SQL Server. Okay, is it clear guys? Now once again I told you from web also, like from Facebook also, from Instagram also we get the data, right? So I just click on web. Okay, URL, it's asking URL. So guys, this is a URL, right? So if I click on Facebook, this is a URL, right guys?
Yes, Imran.
So this is a URL. The same way I have one URL here. So I have this URL. So we start from HTTP or www, this and all URLs guys. Okay, the customer provides the data source in any format. Okay, okay, first time I show you how the URL looks like. This URL, okay, which I'm going to use for Power BI. Control V. See, list of US state and territory observations. Okay, this URL, from this URL what data you get guys, right? From this URL it looks like some information about US. Okay, United States of America. So you can see it's like a URL. Okay, but this web page, from this web page, how I load the data into Power BI. Okay, for as it is a web page, but if your URL is valid, that Power BI store the data. Okay, I am going to use same URL. I'm going to use same URL in Power BI. You can see here. Okay, just a minute, guys. Okay, so again I'm going to from beginning. Okay, get data, web, just click on web, control V. Okay, click on OK. It's connecting to web. See, you can see here HTML tables, suggested tables again. Okay, and text. So once if you click on any of the table, see guys, you can see here the column 1, column 2, United States of America code. So I just load this table. Okay, so here the column 1, column 2, it's coming here, right? But in the front end for us it's a web application, but here it's all about data. Okay, so data storing the table 1, if I click, see codes, see column 1, column 2. So it's loading in a date format, like a data, right? The web it's showing in a date, right? It's showing in a data, correct? So but front end for us is like this. Okay, this is a web application which giving some information about territory of belongs to USA. Okay, but here this content presenting as in a data format, correct guys? So from web also you can load the data same way. If you place it the URL which is belongs to Facebook, the Facebook data in the backend, for every web application there is a database, guys. Okay, front end it looks like different, but back end it's all about data only. Okay, so if you click on this HTML code, see the HTML code also is coming. Okay, but you no need to do any conversion like a HTML to data. Okay, but this HTML code only coming in this table formats. Okay, this HTML code only coming in this table format. Why it's showing in HTML code? Okay, this data basically from web application, this web application data first converted into HTML code, after that display like this, like it's a converting. Okay, it's converting the format, one format to another format. After that this data coming in picture as a tables. Okay, is it clear guys? So you no need to worry, about this HTML code and the display text. You have to be think about these tables. Okay, this table suggested tables, these tables. Okay, but this all same, no difference. Okay, so you can see. Okay, I am just cancelling this because I am not going to use this web now. Okay, fine. So I loaded these tables. Okay, now so here in the get data, whatever options available. Okay, here okay, so here whatever available, the same way they're going to present here in the picture. Okay, no difference here. Okay, same. So this also data sources. Okay, and recent sources, if you click on recent sources, so I loaded I just tried to load the data from different files, right? That it will show here. So first I try to financial sample. Okay, after that web application, after that a data set, employee data, right guys? correct. Web application, I'm trying to load the data from web file, so that also is showing. First, after that, I loaded the data from dataset. Due to some issues, I didn't load. Now finally I loaded the data from the employee data. Okay, so this is recent sources. So here source is nothing but a database. Source nothing but a database. The main source for Power BI is a data. Correct. The main source data is a source for Power BI. Okay. Now, so now I'm in home tab. In home tab, I loaded the data with help of get data option. Okay, the data available in the right pane, the data fields. Okay, now so I present the simple chart with this data. Okay, now my data is ready. If you want to do any transformations to the data, like the data is not clean, the data is not clean, I want to do some transformations. Okay, transformations in the sense I want to change the data and require format, like my data coming from the source, the data which is provided by customer, the data is all small letters, and the data is not clean, and some null column, some disturbance in data. I want to do some cleaning activities. Okay, cleaning, I do clean the data. Cleaning in the sense, for my requirement, whatever columns to be maintained, that columns I'll keep, rest of columns I'll delete. Okay, if I delete the loaded columns in Power BI also, it won't delete in source data, it will delete only in the Power BI. Okay, now I go to and see, now we are in report pane. Okay, I click on data. Okay, so you can see this is a tables. Okay, so admin table, employee table, employees, finance team, HR department, transport department. Okay, so this many tables are having, so each table contains columns. Okay, you can see. Now I am going to model. So in a data view data view pane, you can see the tables whatever available in your development purpose. Okay, if you want to add or remove any columns, you can do here also. Else you can do in again you have to go relationship. So okay, go to home, you can see here this option, transform data. Okay, to convert data in one format to another format, like required format, you go to the transform data. Okay, but in data view guys, you can see the data clear picture, like what is the native format of the table, and what is the fields available in the table, this and all you can see. Okay, and guys, one more thing, here some activities you can do here. Okay, in data, that activities I'll tell you. So I'm in table view. Now you can see here employee ID, tag details. If you click on admin, this three column belongs to admin table. If you click on employee, this columns available for employee tables, employee details table. If you click on employees, this all about employee tables. Okay, now here you can filter out the data. If you click on here, you can select what employee ID is required, that you can filter out. I don't want employee ID 1, just click here. See, one gone. Okay, and once if you apply any filter here, the filter option will come. Okay, I didn't apply any filters on top of this. Okay, it's showing normal now. Okay, if you clear the filter, like I want one also. Okay, see the filter option goes. Okay, there's so many options guys, you have to load the data like this, any data, and play with this Power BI. Okay, go each option do. So I'll tell you the things which you can do in a real-time scenarios, which is not required. Okay, if I go one by one means it will take 1 year to finish the Power BI. Okay, but I will explain you which is important concepts here, which is not required. Okay, now first name. So you can select here the text filters, like which is start with a, which is start with end with b, like this. Okay, so this and all we won't use actually. Okay, and here, so whatever things here in a data, in data actually we look the tables, that's it. Okay, we won't do any transformations here, guys. Okay, the so many times I'm going to show you this transform data is there, right? This is the main thing here. Okay, if I go in a data also, like in a data view also, it's look like normal, nothing. Okay, but here the options you can see, I mean data, but still it's showing the home tab, correct? Transform data refresh, because whatever available in a home tab, guys, that things only mostly we'll use in. Okay, mostly we'll use here. Now data done, data view. Okay, this is a report view, this is data view. So report view where we do the visualization development. Okay, data view where we can see the data which is stored in Power BI. Model, if you click on model, see, so if you click on this, guys, this property, okay, I want this screen big, so just close this and this also. Guys, this is a loaded data in Power BI, right? This is loaded data, so individual tables, this all. So by default Power BI build a relationship between these tables by default. So the Power BI knows which column belongs to what. The Power BI knows which column belongs to what. So it's the, by default it's a build a relationship between tables. Okay, I told you while we are discussing about data, so there is a common key between tables. It can be employee ID, it can be product key, it can be location ID. Okay, so with numbers only the joins happen between tables, like with the numerical numbers, not with between characters. Okay, once if you click on these links, guys, you can see the relationship built between these tables. Okay, these are all individual tables, right? Transport, HR table, admin table, finance team, this employee detail, all single tables. But when it comes in a model view, automatically it's build the relationship between tables. Okay, so the relationship you can see between this table to this table. See here, employee detail. See, I'm just click on this link, it's saying between admin table and employee details table, the relationship build on key, that key is employee ID. Okay, between this admin table and finance table, the key happens, the key is employee ID. Okay, between this transport table to this admin table, the link happened, the key is employee ID. Okay, between this HR table and admin table, link happened, the key is employee ID. Okay, if you want to know more about this table, like if you click on this line, okay, double click, you can see here edit relationship. So by default Power BI selecting means building the relationship between table. The relationship can be equi join or left outer join, full outer join or right join. Okay, so here this is a transport table, this is the admin table. Okay, so the relationship, see, make this relationship active. I don't want this relationship active, just uncheck, say okay. See the line, see the line gone. Okay, because I don't want to maintain relationship between these two tables, so I just deactivate. Okay, but see this line looks like dark, but this lines looking at dots. Okay, it means it's a temporary active, like it's a temporary relationship between these two tables. If you want to make active, just double click, mark this relationship active. Okay, just okay. Now see the relationship made between these two tables. Okay, I'll explain you this deep level in upcoming sessions. Okay, just try to understand. Okay, I loaded the data. Okay, first I loaded the data through get data option, the data available in Power BI now. Okay, so in a data view I can see tables individual tables, what columns present here, and data model. In modeling I can see what relationship between these tables. Okay, this is all about model. Okay, now I loaded the data through get data option. After that I can check the data in a data view. Okay, is all columns present or not? Yes. And I want to do some transformations. Okay, I want to do some transformation in the sense thing. So here I have a uh, employee table. I just click on employee table. So in employee table I have employee ID, last name, first name, birth, photo, notes, birthday, date of birth, like this. Okay, birth date and date of birth, like this. I have the data. My requirement is I want to present the data like individually here. Like guys, while developing the report like visualizations, your data like your in real times your data comes with 10 columns. Imagine with the 10 columns only your requirements fulfill, it won't happen. Okay, you should do some transformation, you should do some activities like shaping the data, many things you have to do. Okay, to fulfill your requirements. Okay, just customer provide the data, from the data only you will create some additional columns also. Okay, that I show you. So go to transform data. Okay, transform data. You can see here edit query, power edit query. Okay, now just make it more. You can see here it's all the tables: employee table, admin table, employee details. Okay, now I'm going to do some changes in employee table. Changes in the sense, see, there is a first name with a small letters. I want it all in a capital letter. Okay, that is one requirement. And is a date of birth. I don't want the date of birth format like this. I want in the May, June, Jan, like this. Okay, that is one more thing. And I want to clean the data like I want only last name or first name, date of birth. I want few columns from this. I don't want this column. And guys, one more thing you have to remember: whenever you're dealing with the data, you should keep only required columns for your requirement. For example, I have in employee table this many columns. I have employee tables in this many columns: employee ID, last name, first name, birth, photo, this and that. But for my requirement I want only employee ID, first name, birth date. This photo I don't want, and this note I don't want, this birth date I don't want, this date of birth also I don't want. Okay, at that time you just click remove. Okay, just click remove, right click. Okay, note also I don't want, remove. Okay, I don't want photo also, just click remove. Okay, and I don't want last name also, first name enough, remove. Okay, because if you keep that many columns unnecessary, right, this is a memory consume also. I told you in the beginning, Power BI is a in-memory tool. Okay, in memory in the sense within the memory it will store the all data. Okay, whatever tables you loaded in Power BI, it will store complete data in a Power BI memory. Okay, so you should save that memory, guys. Okay, you should save that memory. If you save that memory, if you save that memory, it will run fast. It's all about memory. Like if your RAM size is very like if your RAM size is 8 GB, 12 GB, 20 GB, your report run very fast, like your phone work very fast. The same way this tool also works on memory. It contains some memory. Okay, that if that memory get full, your performance is very low. Okay, so in your side, from your end, you have to try to load only required columns, required tables. For example, for my requirement also I have this many tables, but for my requirement is like only a few. In that I don't want admin table, no need for my requirement. That time I can remove this table. I don't want to use this table. Okay, so that I can save the Power BI memory. Okay, so just keep which columns required, which tables required. Unnecessary tables and columns try to remove from the table. Okay, and one more thing, if you remove also from here, it won't impact in your source data. Remember guys, okay, you are not deleting data from your source file. A source file in the sense what? I having tables, right? I having tables. So I having tables like sorry, data set it is employee data, right? Finance employee data. Okay, so this is my main source file. Okay, this is my main source file, employee details. Okay, this all my source data. So you can see here employee details. Okay, the same file I loaded in Power BI, guys. The same file I loaded, admin employee details. Okay, see here employee details. So this file from other source it's coming. Okay, so that, so this is the main file here. You can see here in Excel. So employee details, I have section number, name, employee ID, date of birth, project, assignment. Okay, if you go to Power BI query editor, you can see here the same, right? Project, assignment. I don't want this section number. Okay, I just remove. Okay, but it won't impact on your source data. Okay, it in temporary I am removing in a Power BI, not from your source, like raw data. This is a raw data, guys. This is raw data. Okay, I am loading this data into Power BI. I am just keeping which columns I want, which columns I don't want. Okay, it won't impact on your source file. Okay, within Power BI only I am playing. Out of Power BI environment I am not doing anything. Okay, and in real time or any data sources, you are not right persons to remove the source data or edit the data. Whatever data customer provide you, you should keep as it is. You should keep as it is, guys. You are not right person to edit the data or update the data or delete the data. Okay, whatever you want you do in Power BI, but you are not right persons to touch your real time data. Like virtual data you should not touch. Just use virtual data for your reporting purpose, but you are not a right person to edit the data. Okay, so I am doing all activities within the Power BI. Once load done. Okay, so here also finance team, I don't want bonus column. I don't want, I just remove. Okay, and HR department, and this employee table coming from my other source, guys. So I'll remove this. Okay, just right click, see whatever changes you want to do in a Power Query editor. Where how you have to go Power Query editor, you have to click transform data option. Okay, if you click on transform data option, it will take you Power Query editor. From here you can do all activities. First, now we are shaping the data, guys. We are shaping the data, right? What columns I want for my requirement, which columns not required, and which table need, which table not required. Okay, we just right click on this table, delete this table. Okay, are you sure you want to delete the employees? Yes, I want. I don't want that employee table. Just now admit. Now one more thing. So here I have employee details. So date of joining, here I want date of joining from this table. Year I want. Okay, year I want. So here month also there, date also there, year also there. Okay, but individual year I want to create. So what I do, just click copy, like make it duplicate column. Okay, I make it duplicate. I make it column name is year. Okay, I'm just now just click here, transform. Okay, I make it in year. So I'm just looking for a year here. Year. Getting, guys? Is it clear?
Yes, Imran.
So this is how we'll play with the Power BI. Okay, so with this single column, I'll make it this with the data of birth column. I can make it year, month, quarter, week, so many things I can do. But from virtual data I'm getting only these columns, right? Name, employee ID, date of birth, project assignment. I'm getting only this data from source, but with these columns I'll make it additional columns also here as per my requirement. Okay, client providing this 4 column, but he asking I want quarter and month, year individually. So that time I will add that columns here. I'll convert into required format like year or week or month, something like. Okay, that is also one option, and here also one option, here add column. Okay, if you click on add column, okay, so you can add the column here by add column option also here. So it can be conditional column or index column or duplicate column. Okay, duplicate column in the sense my cursor currently selected this one, right? If I click on add column, duplicate column, if I click, automatically see, because by default it was selecting on year, right? So that it's, if I click on this, I think my mouse cursor click on this default add column, I just make it duplicate column. See. So guys, what I'm trying to say here, you should think the where currently selected the column. Okay, after that do activities. Okay, and one more thing, now I have selected an employee table. Okay, this employee table belongs to these columns, right? So that the information presenting here, and this finance team I'm selecting, this column belongs to this finance team. I'm selecting HR, this selecting for this. Okay, because this table related to this column, or this column related to this table. Okay, so here selections also very important, guys. Okay, don't get confused while doing practice, right? You will understand, okay, on which table I'm selecting, which column it belongs to. Okay, so that is one thing. After that, just I'm going to save this. So far I didn't save. Okay, so it's asking apply later, cancel. Okay, so there are pending changes. I made so many changes, like editing, removing columns, right? So many changes I did, so that all changes I do later. Okay, apply later. Apply, if you click on apply, right? So whatever so far you done, right, the with complete changes it will save. Apply later in the sense it will save later. Okay, now go to home. Okay, so guys, if you while doing moving from here to here, first I was in Power Query desktop, like a Power BI desktop. Okay, after that from here I went to transform, right? So once if I click on this transform option, the Power Query editor open. Okay, I did all the changes here. I just close this. Okay, yes. Do you want to apply the changes now? Yes, I want to apply. Okay, again it's back to Power BI desktop. Okay, like a home page, it's came back to home page. Again if you click to transform data, again it goes to Power BI query editor. Okay, see Power Query editor. So you do add the columns, you edit the columns, so many things you can do here. Okay, close. Now my modeling and I did all cleaning, I did shape the data. Now I do some chart. I'll create some chart here. Okay, just click here. I'll take one employee ID. Okay, I'll take employee ID. Or so guys, in the back end, like in a Power Query editor, I made with the date of birth year, right? So see, this year also came here. Okay, just click this year. Okay, click on salary. Now I'm just showing the visualization how it works. Okay, so this is a year end sal. You can see here the salary is 10. Okay, so this is how we play with the Power BI. Okay, from tomorrow onwards we go in very deep how Power BI data works, how this visualization we will use with these columns. Okay, so this whatever you selecting for a visualization, that columns will highlight here. Okay, you can see. So this column I use it for this visualization, so that is highlighting here. Okay, so we'll go individual charts here and we'll go what is this filters. Okay, and coming up upcoming classes. Okay guys, so if you have any doubts, please tell me. I do clear, else we'll wind up the session. Is it clear for all?
Yes, Imran.
Okay, guys, and a very important thing is you have to practice. The main thing is practice. Without practice, even I can't help you out. If you practice, right, then only you'll get the doubts. You only get some hands-on experience on tool. It's very important. Okay, while listening, while playing Power BI, it looks simple, but when you start practicing, right, you'll get so many doubt guides. This is a fact actually. Okay, so if you are not practicing, means it's a waste of listening my teaching, and it's a waste of I am spending time on this. Okay, try to understand. It's a very very important to doing practice on this tool. Okay, until unless you won't practice, things will skip easily. Okay, so try to spend some time for practice. Okay, just day to day practice whatever discussing from my side, you just try to do practice, you will remember. Okay, if you want to gain more detail level information, like you should go each option, you have to understand first, you have to understand the concepts here, what is the use of this, what is the use of that. Okay, after that you will understand that. Fine guys, I'm going to wind up the call. Thank you, bye bye.